How is the StarCraft 1 versus StarCraft 2 side decided? Initially, higher seed, I think it's the higher seed picks. Initially, for game 1, higher seed picks, and then it's losers picks. Then it's the loser will pick if they want to play StarCraft 2 or Brood War. And here we go, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ley Lines, we have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran, representing his new team, Streamer Zone. It is QuanTa. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Brood War Terran player, the red Terran, from the land of Poland, representing himself, currently teamless. It is Spirit. Here we go. Oh, hello, Steel Mold. Hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, Pappy. Good to see you. Oh, do you feel like you're in your youth again, Steel Mold? Ah, the Brood War. Crazy. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. As we do have CC first. Interesting. Very greedy build here by QuanTa. Going CC first into an SCV scout. So very greedy, very economic. Does lay his racks as a result. Likewise, Spirit doing the same. CC first out of Spirit as well. So both players are cutting corners, both players are playing economically as we embrace Ley Lines. It's 5 a.m, mate. I'm in my youth. Have you not slept? And it's 5 a.m? Oh my, Steel, are you okay? Or have you just woken up? True. Good morning, good morning. As SCV does get into the main base, gets a full scout. And so far, nothing really to tell here outside of just confirming the economic builds of each other. The puppet never sleeps. True, true. Never sleeps. Ah, no. Not like this. Let's see about 1 a.m. we'll go waking up by a mosquito. You got it in the end. Nice. But now I can't sleep. So who really won is the question. You won the battle, Steel Mo, but did you win the war? The mosquito got what he wanted. Aye, Smerge. As we have confirmation, it's going to be mech. So Spirit, he throws down his first and his second factory. It's going to be mech here from our Polish Terran player. Meanwhile, QuanTa back at home. Likewise, just getting to his own opener here. Racks into factory. Nothing major yet. No major tech decision from our blue Terran for the time being. But we have seen QuanTa embrace mech before, and this could be mech versus mech. Could be the beginning of mech v mech here. As the Reaper moves out, pokes in. It's like TvT, there are no winners. Oh no. As Reaper is going to be zone backing, and the Vulture does gain map control, shuts down the Reaper. Very nice clean up here by Spirit. Getting into additional Vulture production. Meanwhile, QuanTa, oh my god, QuanTa, he is going for one starport at home and one proxy to cross the back. He's crazy. He's going 2-port. 2-port BC? It has to be, right? Oh my god. Starports are still finishing up. I mean, it could be Banshee first into BC. Doesn't have much on the ground to go for some kind of drop play. My eyes are on QuanTa. Show us that Fusion Core. There it is. Fusion Core's on the way. 2-port BC out of QuanTa. He's crazy. He's lost his mind. Tech labs are being added on, and the BC production is upon us. And for the time being, Spirit has no idea. Oh. Yeah, 3 Vultures are bleed back by the Cyclone. But a 4th Vulture has arrived. And who believes who? The SCV will try to repair and will top up the Cyclone a little bit longer. 1 Cyclone for 3 Vultures. Not the worst trade here for QuanTa. Does hold his own. And more importantly, he forces back the Vultures. And he keeps his tech hidden. Goliath production on the way here for Spirit. To keep himself safe, secure. So Vulture into Goliath. Spider-Man's being oh god. Did you see that? Spirit, he went through all 3. He went Ion Thrusters into Spider-Mines into Siege mode. So a little bit indecisive here from Spirit, but he's settling in. Researching Siege mode. BCs are on the way, and again, Spirit has no idea. Now, thankfully, Spirit, he will have Goliaths. He will have some Goliaths. He will have some anti-air, thankfully. Is it going to be enough, though? Will it be enough? We also have the Goliath range upgrade on the way. Will help. I mean, Spirit reading this quite well here. I mean, I imagine he just assumed because of the lack of units on the ground that it would be something more air-heavy. Wraith also being researched, also in production. SCV Scouts, he knows. Big moment here for Spirit. He does scout, does confirm the proxy. He's aware. And he responds. Goliaths are on the way. And they're going to be hunting down that starport. The BC pops out, but Spirit knows. Here we go. Does get on top of that tech lab. BC has arrived. Teleports away. Into the main. Into the main. Let's go into a Wraith. The boys are being pulled. The master pair on the Goliath. Goliath stands strong. And with that, Spirit he holds. Oh, second BC teleporting in. But the first one is being targeted down. And it falls. One of us. One more shot and it does go down. Massive pickup. And this build is not paying off here for QuanTa. It was a bold move rushing into 2-port BC. But it does not pay off. 1 BC for a Wraith and 2 SCVs. It's not worth it. The other will escape. Barely gets away. But I mean, the entirety of the build here of QuanTa was building up towards his BC production. It has been stopped. Has been stifled. Now he's trying to get into his own mech. But he's behind. And Spirit, he's just happily mining on 3 bases. Getting up to a 3-base economy. BC comes back in. You're like, Papi, I need you to understand this. There is literal smoke coming out of my ears. Like the brain is being fried. Oh no. Ay. Not like this. Not like this. Be careful, Great Black. Be careful. Rest your brain. Jeez, as we have gone mass Goliath. Oh my god. Not the best army composition, not gonna lie. It's not ideal when it comes to NI ground attack. Yamada goes up. Takes down the turrets. Goliath, they don't care. They're pushing across the map. Spirit, he sends it. He is sending it across the map with this mass Goliath army. I mean, they do shoot down, true, but they're not ideal. They do force back that BC. BC goes down. Massive pickup. Zoning away those Cyclones as well. Not the most efficient trades here for the Goliaths, but I mean, trades nonetheless. Oof. As Cyclones, they do quite well. Wraiths, they come into support. Oh my god. Again, Wraiths don't have the best anti-ground attack either. They kind of tickle the Cyclones, but hey, they get one. One Cyclone goes down. The boys are being pulled. SCVs are falling. QuanTa will hold, but at what cost? At the cost of 12 SCVs. And maybe a 13th, a 14th. Oh, 14 SCV kills. Not bad. 14 SCVs. Spirit still just rallying everything across the map. He doesn't care. He's not making Goliaths anymore. Getting to tank and vulture production. QuanTa does not see the army. He doesn't know. He is unaware. Oh, he does spread. We're trying to force a friendly fire. 17 SCV kills. Spirit getting a 4th base behind this. Yeah, and again, he's just snowballing out of control. He's just punishing the initial opener of QuanTa so hard with all those BCs. Up. Let's push in. Gets a tank. Up, so close. The repairs. Tank goes down. And I was going for the final tank as well. It cannot shoot. Not this close. Not against these vultures. VC coming in. There's some Goliaths just in time. Can 2 Goliaths hold? Oh, they can outrange. No shot. They can outrange the BC. Come back. Oh, they're distracted by the Cyclones. So Goliaths, they race back home. Cyclones, they get some SCV kills, but that's going to be 40 worker kills across the map. Oh my god. 40 SCVs is insane. And with that, Spirit has a massive economic lead. We'll lose a couple of workers here on the right-hand side, but for the most part, Spirit, he can maintain these losses. Now getting to mass Goliath once again, making 5 Goliaths at a time. Jeez, calm down. There we go. He does cancel. Cancels the Goliaths, getting into tech labs or machine factories. Sorry, machine shops. Tank production underway. Again, Spirit may be reacting a little bit too hard to the BCs, but it's okay. The Biscuit Cruiser. Ah, yes. The biscuits are here. At least they're trying to be. They're doing their best. As his own QuanTa to defend, to stabilize, to turtle up, and to try to fortify himself on 4 bases. Spirit mass expanding. He does get punished. CC is going to be delayed. You have to cancel. Cancel in the command center. Likewise, potentially another cancel as well. Yamato goes up. Gets a Wraith. Hellbat harass on the right-hand side, getting on top of the tank. Let's go. QuanTa doing everything he can here to try to bounce back. Takes down the tank. Gets into the mineral line. Tries to at least. Emphasis on tries. Hellbats, they are cleaned up. BC has to get the hell out of here. Meanwhile, massive shout out to Kedon in the chat. Papi God, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. It's been a while. It's been a while. Hope you had a great time, and welcome everyone. Welcome to StarCraft Evolution. Welcome to the full championship. We are here in the quarterfinals. This is the final series of the night. It's been a long event. It's been a long broadcast. We've had many a best of 5, many even an ace match, but this is the final series here between Spirit and QuanTa. Final series of the broadcast. Tanks are sieging up the Goliath. They do start a step forward. Oh, they try to get on top of the tanks, unsuccessful though. Goliath said they go for the CC. Command center goes down. Race, they have their way with this army. There's no anti-air. I mean, the Race don't really do much damage, but they're doing their best. So they nibble away at those SCVs. At the same time, BC harass towards the north. Getting a mineral line, not bad. Oh my god, that Spirit, he does overextend, runs into tank fire. Big chunk of Goliaths go down, but back at home he defends. He shuts down the BCs. He cleans out the battle cruisers. He keeps on pushing, going into mass Goliath once again. One of the BCs did survive, did teleport back home. And we're getting rowdy. We're getting chaotic. Hellbat morphing in the mineral line. QuanTa is not going down without a fight. Does get another 4 or 5 SCVs. Spirit rotating in between the bases. Unable to push into the natural though. Has to pull back. Yeah, Spirit does pull away. QuanTa's holding. He's holding on. Has been struggling to take a 4th. The 4th is heavily delayed here for QuanTa, but he's slowly getting there. Once again. Spirit rotating over. Once again, I mean, every time he sees a BC, he reacts so hard here with Goliaths. I don't think it's quite the best way to break these siege lines, but it's fine. It's fine. So we go, Spirit. He is pushing in. He's going to try to brute force his way through the tank line. Oh my god, it's not going to be pretty. 3 tanks go down. Oh my god. Spirit, he plummets in supply. At the same time, Hellion harass, getting another 4 SCVs. For the first time in a long time, the supplies are evening up. No shot. And Spirit, he's being punished for making just too many Goliaths. He needs to stop. Jesus. Hellions, they hit the 3rd. BC hits the right-hand side. 21 SCV kills. 21 SCVs going down, and QuanTa is back in this game. He is back in this. Spirit, he races back home. BC still wreaking havoc. 25 workers. And he does teleport back home. 4th base is up and running. QuanTa, for the first time all game, he takes an economic lead. 73 SCVs to the 62. Hellions, they hit the center base once again. Building up more tanks. And against Spirit, his army compositions have been lackluster. Again, we've been seeing him reacting really hard, getting to Mass Goliath again. He's going for his own BCs instead. Are the SCVs trapped? No. There you go. Battle cruisers soon to be operational. They're coming. BC versus BC. Now, what I'm most concerned by, though, is QuanTa's army. What shoots up? Looking at the units tab, QuanTa, he has one Cyclone. He has one Cyclone and one BC. QuanTa, he is not ready for an air battle. He's not ready for BCs. Yamato's about to finish researching. And QuanTa's in trouble. He did not scan the main. He has no idea what's coming his way. Oh my god. Spider-Man's going off. They don't quite clean up all of these fire battle Hellions. There we go. BCs are revealed. Thor production on the way, but Thors, they take so long to build up. And here comes Spirit. Spirit, he's maxed out. Thors, they take so long. We need like another Starport in Viking production. Alongside this, I should say. There are some turrets though, just in time. Turrets are done. BCs, they are making their way through those turrets. 1, 2 turrets falling. We have the Goliath army here on the right, but there's a siege line. More turrets on the way. Now these turrets, they're just designed to buy time. They're just about buying time for the Thors. Oh my god. Jesus, they get 1, they get 2 tanks, getting a 3rd tank as well. Hellions, they harass once again. Where are the... Oh my god. I mean, there are no planetaries. In Brood War, no planetaries, so these bases are so exposed. More mineral lines falling. The Thors are here. They get 1 BC. BCs, they can't teleport. 2 BCs go down. No, but Battlecruisers, they cannot teleport. Not the Brood War BCs, at least. Have to back off. Have to retreat. QuanTa, he holds. He gets 12 SCVs across the map. Goliath rotates. Let's go Goliath versus Thors. Again, this army's composition is really lackluster in my eyes, at least. Like, it's even though Spirit's max, it's not the ideal army. More BCs have arrived. Another battlecruiser goes down. Another 2 battlecruisers even. So far, a good sort of stepping by QuanTa. Gets a 3rd BC. But are there enough tanks? We need more support here. The BCs are on their own. And they are on their own. Here we go. The tanks, they do respond. QuanTa rotates and he shuts down the army. Oh my god. Does shut Spirit down. At the same time, BC harassing the middle line. 13 SCV kills once again. QuanTa is all over this. Oh. He's getting baited in. He's getting baited. 1, 2 tanks full. Can he get 3? Gets 3. Nice trap here from Spirit. Did catch that QuanTa. BC catching the command center. Oh god. It's close. Oh, BC, let's go! The Yamato! The Yamato goes off! Where's the counter Yamato? No! The Brood War BC has some SCV support though. Let's go! That's a screenshot right there. Oh, he doesn't teleport away. Bit of miscontrol of the QuanTa. BC goes down. As Spirit, he attempts to counterattack, but there is a wall of tanks waiting for him. Oh. And QuanTa should hold here. God, as the Hellion harassed QuanTa, he's relentless here with these Hellions. These Hellions may just be the MVPs, by the way. Like, despite how chaotic this game has been, despite how far behind QuanTa was, the incessant Hellion harass has been insane. 11 more CV kills. Meanwhile, BC moves out. More battlecruisers on the way. Oh, I do apologize. Yamato goes off, gets a tank. I pressed the wrong button. We'll try to catch the next Yamato. I do apologize. BC does rotate away. QuanTa though, even though he's been killing a lot of SCVs, I just realized that he has not built up his own worker count. He's down to 67 SCVs, barely an economy. QuanTa needs time, and it looks like Spirit, he may just overwhelm. I mean, Spirit, despite losing all these workers, he still has 89 SCVs. Crazy! Which means Spirit can remax and QuanTa cannot. QuanTa is heavily oversaturated. He needs more expansions. Does need more expansions. And without them, Spirit, he's going to be able to overwhelm. Now he's in a more tank-heavy composition. Does rotate around. Oh my god. Jesus. We'll bleed out his vultures. The boys are here to repair. They at least try to, but alas, the tanks do fall. And Spirit, he's breaking through. He's breaking through the front lines here. At the same time, BCs across the map. There's BCs everywhere. The battle cruisers. They deny the expansion. Their pews hurt. Oh my god. As they shut down the base, catching reinforcements, the Yamato's going up. Oof. Gets the Thor. Mate, the Yamatos are cracked. Once again, heavily harassing the mineral lines, but alas, QuanTa cannot keep up with this. Not anymore. He will kill these battle cruisers at least, true. Does bring down all the battle cruisers, but I mean, he's stuck at 130 supply. Got 35 SCVs here at really one of his only mining bases. Spirit rotating around. He goes into Mass Goliath again. Jesus. Does reinforce the Mass Goliath once again. Pushing in, getting within range of the command center. And GG gets called. It's just too much to handle, and Spirits will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. Spirit does take a lead in the series, but that was merely only game 1. Remember, this is a best of 5, plenty more games ahead of us, and a shout out to QuanTa, even though QuanTa had a very rough start. As a reminder, even though Spirit was the one with BCs, remember, QuanTa, he opened up 2-port BC. If you missed out on the start of the game, I do recommend it. It was 2-port BC out of QuanTa, it got scouted, it got shut down, the 2-port BC build fell on its face. The opener fell completely on its face, and QuanTa was behind from that moment, and he recovered. He was able to bounce back, able to build up a comparable army. There was a back and forth. Over time, though, QuanTa was he starved out. He was starved out. He just could not keep up with these trades, with these with the army here of his opponents. Did run out of resources, ran out of money, ran out of time. GG. GG, well played. Spirit takes the lead, and now we're jumping into game number 2. And as we get ready for game 2, a big shout out to Zynic in the chat. Thank you so much, Papi Ga. Thank you so much for subscribing for the first time with Twitch Prime. Hope you enjoy the content. Hope you enjoy the casting, the StarCraft evolution. Hope you enjoy the emotes in the chat, and we also provide replay packs as well. If you wish, you can join our Discord. You can join our Discord server. Subscribers and patrons on Discord do gain access to our replay packs, where you can learn and even cast yourself some of these games yourself. You can do so if you wish. Otherwise, we're jumping in. We're jumping into game 2. It's going to be on Monty Hall. Let's go. I'm catching up in the chat. There's like car talk happening in the chat. Aye. Stay safe, everyone. Stay safe. With your bikes, with your cars. As we're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Monty Hall, we have the Brood War Terran player. The now Brood War Terran, the blue Terran from South Korea, representing Streamer Zone. It is a QuanTa. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the now StarCraft 2 Terran player, the red Terran from the land of Poland. It is Spirit. Here we go. And if you have not, actually this is, I believe, our first time casting on Monty Hall the entire broadcast here tonight. If you haven't tuned in before, welcome one and all to a pseudo island map. What do I mean by that? Well, we have our main base and we are completely walled in. Also, for those like Grape Tactical, for example, that have not tuned in before, we do feature a lot of ported Brood War maps. This is an old Brood War map, so there are a lot of really exciting, really interesting maps in the StarCraft Evolution map pool from Brood War that have unique features like this. So we're fully walled in. You have to mine through one of these mineral patches to gain access to one of these bases. Because of this, you have options. You can actually expand here towards the south, towards the north, or towards the center. So three different bases you can pick between. QuanTa does mine through the center, does take the center expansion, and is going for an SCV scout. Now, another interesting thing here is that the mineral patch, there is only one. There's one mineral in that gold mineral patch, so you can mine through it immediately, but the other patches require a lot more effort, as they do have 30 minerals apiece. As both players take the center bases. Okay, we're expanding towards each other. Now, the other thing I was going to mention here, depending on where we expanded, is that each expansion pattern, or each expansion here, each third, or natural location, I should say, leads into its own lane. It's kind of like a MOBA. It's kind of like a MOBA, where to rotate between the bases, you have to come back home. Outside of just dropping, or Night Storms, for example, as we do have walls going right through to the other side of the map, so you cannot rotate and respond from one end to the other without coming back home instead. Because of that, positional play is very important here. Very important on Monty Hall. As Spirit, he just tried to knock himself over the wall. He does have to mine through here, though, to actually gain access and to actually maneuver. Oh, he's trying. He's like, let me out. No, there's no way out, Pappy. No way out. Behind this, QuanTa going for a 3 racks follow-up into Stim, so it's going to be a very bio-heavy composition here out of QuanTa, not mech. I know last game we had mech versus mech, now we have bio at least from our Brood War Terran. So it's rushing into Stim, rushing into Mass Marine. And we very rarely get this actually. I think this is one of the first times where we've seen both players expand in the same lane as each other. They expand in the same lane. A third CC on the way. Spirit being very greedy, by the way. Third CC before Starport, before second racks. Very greedy here by the Red Terran. And he could be punished here by the stim timing. These stim timings are brutal. Now, we've spoken about this before. The reason why stim timings hit different here for Brood War is because of medics. Medics, they reinforce faster because you don't have to wait for the starport. Medics can be made from the racks instead, which means you have that many more stims available to you. And there we go, the medics are here. The medics have arrived, and here comes the stim timing. QuanTa does move out, and what is there to defend back at home? 3 Marines, 1 Reaper, no bunker. Oh, no, but Spirit, he's cutting too many corners. Cutting too many corners. Fast third CC. Tank production is now underway. The first tank has arrived. But again, no bunker, no defensive setup. It's going to be a tough hold here for Spirit. QuanTa scans. He sees. He tells you the tank. A stims in. The boys are being pulled. 2 SVs go down, but the tank is just ready in position, just in time. Spirit holds. Oh my god, Spirit, he does hold. Behind this, we do have, what is it, the 239? We have the the range upgrade on the way. Let's go. For the Marines. Nice spread. He wants to commit. He wants to push in. Can he get on top of that tank? It's going to be close. He's going to be close here. QuanTa is thinking about it. But now there's 2 tanks. A second tank has arrived. Looks like he's just trying to contain, trying to catch any kind of move outs. Scans ahead of time, sees both tanks, and he shouldn't go into this. He should not dive in. Scans further back. It's bio. Bio versus bio. Let's go. Game 1 was mech versus mech. Now we have Marine versus Marine instead. Do love to see it. 238. That's it. 238 shells. Optic flare on the way. Let's go. Optic flare is being researched. Quickly explain, Optic Flare is a spell on the medic. It does allow, once it goes off, it does cause one of the units, most likely here a tank, to have 1 vision. To go down to 1 vision. It blinds them. It's like a flashbang kind of thing. Does blind the tank, or does blind the unit. Does reduce its vision. But very important to take note, I believe even though its vision goes down to 1, it can still use the vision of other units. So if there's other Marines ahead of it, it can still shoot ahead thanks to other Marine support. If it's on its own, then, I mean, it can't see anything. As I do see Spirit taking that third finally. Remember, it was a very greedy build out of Spirit. Taking a faster third. With that Spirit, he will have the better economy, and he can snowball out of control in the mid-game into a larger army. As QuanTa is just now finishing up his own third, expanding towards the south. So both players expanding in different directions. But so far, Spirit he's held, and now he's going for some drop play. Does move out of this drop. Does move out the drop here on the right-hand side. QuanTa setting up. He's got his tank. He's got his bunker here to protect his natural. The main base is a little bit more exposed, but there is a turret in position. 2 turrets even. QuanTa's ready. QuanTa, he is set up quite well here defensively. Going for his own drop. Dropship moves out. Medevacs move in. And we'll see how quickly QuanTa does respond. Oh! The Medevacs, they do spot the turrets. Spirit looking for another way in. Yo, it radiates on the way. Let's go. Science vessel production has begun. It radiates on the way. Irradiate, it's kind of like a ground parasitic bomb, but it only affects biological units, like Marines. Doesn't affect mech units. Spirit is in position. He does defend. Drop gets the hell out of here. Does pull back. Another nice feature that has since been lost in time is that the medic does heal units within the drop itself. Which is why you saw it healing for a moment there. As he comes back in. Ooh. Tank volley going off. 1 Marine goes down. Medevacs, they race back. Oh no! The surround, the setup. Dropship goes down. Nice pick off here from Spirit. Shuts down the drop. Secures himself back at home on 3 bases. Likewise, QuanTa getting his own 3rd base up and running, but he's behind in workers because of that late expansion. On top of that, Spirit has mules, so he just has the better economy overall. Is ahead in economy, and now he's moving out. That's a hefty army. That's going to be 5 tanks and mass marine. And what's scary here is that QuanTa has not seen the move out. He does not know where the army's coming in from. But he does have a spotter marine here, ready for this.
Add-on complete.
Does get eyes on the army. Does rotate. Likewise, double drop towards the south. QuanTa, he does have 1 tank and a bunker in position. Shall see, he does get it. Oh my god! And the bio army, ooh, it crumbles. Again, the irradiate does so much damage. Spirit, he had to he wasn't able to pre-split. Had to react. Had to split on the fly. Spirit pushing forward, but last, the 1 tank is ready for this. And QuanTa's holding. QuanTa so far, he is holding on. Spirit rotating over, does reinforce the main army. There is 1 more irradiate left over. Oh, never mind. 2 irradiate, soon to be 2. There we go. 2 irradiates available. And if Spirit wants to push in, he will have to pre-split. Oh, here he comes. Oh, oh my god. It does land another irradiate. This time, though, the medevacs, they do help support. There's 1 more irradiate left over. Bearing in mind that that does not affect the tanks, so the tank count is still very healthy here for Spirit. Very healthy tank count. As the tanks are pushing forward. Viking will zone back those science vessels. Spirit, bring everything together. He wants to dive in. He wants to. Can he, though? Oh. Tank shot going up. QuanTa does shoot a little bit too late. 1 tank goes down. Liberators have arrived. And QuanTa has to fall back. Again, the power of the freedom, the power of the liberation zones. He steps in. Spirit, he goes for the dive. Irradiate here on the main army. Oh my god. Oh, the massive radiate. The fire. The fire crumbles. QuanTa holds. Whew. QuanTa is holding on. But again, remember, the tank count is still untouched. The tank count is still building up over time. Liberators as well. Spirit, he's still gaining ground. There's a defense matrix. Defense matrix on the tank. He sims in. He wants the libs. He gets 1. He gets 1 liberator. The other survives, though. There we go. 2 libs for 2 tanks, and there's no tanks left. Oh. No tanks left here for QuanTa. If Spirit realizes, he can just push in. He can commit. Spirit still reinforcing. QuanTa, he's going to mass signs. Where are the tanks? Can he hold without them? We'll see. Lockdown's on the way, but it just now started. Lockdown would help, but... Okay, he's got one tank. Let's go to the defense matrix. Let's go. Tank goes down. Decent irradiates. Wants to get... Oh my god. The lack of splits is killing Spirit. Just holding. Is holding on. Once again, another defense matrix. Oof. Another radiate as well. He's breaking out. He's trying to. And not a bad trade here for QuanTa. The downside, though, is that QuanTa is stuck on 4 bases. Spirit, he's still taking another base. Still out mining. Still has a greater bank and has a larger army as well. Going for a Doom drop. QuanTa breaks out, but we have a Doom drop here towards the south instead, and QuanTa is out of position. Yeah, tank goes down, and QuanTa, how does he respond? Remember, he has to go the long way around. CC's going down, nice irradiate. That's going to be 17 SCV kills. Oh my god. And it looks like Spirit has done it. He outpositions QuanTa. Does outposition, massive tank shots going off. The boys are being pulled. It's mainly medics left over. Oh my god. QuanTa barely holds on, but it costs him 24 SCVs, and he's been broken at this point. He has been broken. Spirit, he will overwhelm. Takes down the center base. Oh my god. Again, the irradiates have been good, but the backbone of the army just hasn't been there. Gee, how many medics are there? Jesus. I mean, it's breaking out, true. The medics are putting in a lot of work. QuanTa holds. But he's down to 2 bases. He's down to a 2-base economy. Down to 32 SCVs. It's been an impressive defense here from QuanTa, but... alas, there was no way to stop the drop play. Once again, trying to collapse on those tanks. Let's go with the defense matrix. And I mean, QuanTa will clean this up, true. And again, he's fighting very well here. Very well. Despite how far behind he is. When it comes to the economy, he has a comparable army size. He's all in, basically. QuanTa's completely all in. It's all or nothing for QuanTa. I mean, he's gaining ground. Another tank gonna be falling. Yo, can he do this? Can QuanTa put... Let's go. Send it back. Keep going. Keep going. Spirit, he's racing back home. QuanTa, he has to break the main. He has to break the main base here and now. Oof. Tank shots going off. Boys are being pulled. And QuanTa, he's running out of Marines. He's running out of Marines. He does break the expansion, the natural. But he has to keep going. Keep going, man. What is that left? 2 tanks, sorry, 3 tanks, 4 tanks. Oh my god, the tank count is too high. 4 tanks to defend. Oh my god, tank boys are insane. Does get an irradiate. And again, despite how efficient, and QuanTa has been very efficient with his army. It's been very impressive. Very efficient here with this army. Despite that, there's all these bases. There's all these bases just popping up. Spirit has a booming economy. He's on a 4-base economy here compared to QuanTa. And now he's up to 5 tanks. Now 6 tanks here back at home. Double jump across the map, and QuanTa, he has to retreat. He has to back off. He's run out of steam, and I mean, that was it. That was his moment. That was all he had. Behind this, he's on 34 workers, no mules. If he had mules, then maybe. Double jump across the map. QuanTa's trying to keep up. The splits. The splits here out of Spirits, doing what he can. Oh my god, takes still a lot of damage though. A lot of damage here from the irradiated scan here on the right hand side. QuanTa now realizing how far behind he is. He hasn't seen these fringe locations. Irradiate on the Ghost. Love to see it. Yo, the pickup. Oh my god, the Irradiate, it continues. It persists. That's crazy. Did you see that? And GG gets called. Spirit, he will take game number 2, taking a 2-0 lead. GG. Well, I didn't realize that we saw Spirit, he picked up the Ghost into the medevac. When he dropped it, the Irradiate was still on the Ghost, even inside the medevac. I don't know if it was doing damage inside the medevac. I didn't quite notice, but that was crazy. GG. GG. As Spirit does take a 2-0 lead, and now he is 1 game away from advancing on to the semifinals. Again, that was a very intense game set on Monty Hall. Unfortunately, as we saw, QuanTa just could not keep up economically with his opponents. Likewise, he was lacking his supportive backbone of his army, lacking his tanks to be able to survive as well. We saw that Spirit was able to eventually overwhelm, able to outposition, making use of his medevacs, able to doom drop the south, and eventually pull QuanTa apart. GG. But I do want to give a shout to QuanTa because, again, he was fighting very well. We saw when he was all in, he was gaining ground, he was pushing through. Spirit was having a very hard time dealing with the Irradiates and dealing with just the composition of his opponents. But over time, he was just outscaled. And with that, we're getting into game number 3. Let's go. Jumping into game 3 here. What's the unit economy loss count? Oh, I wasn't quite able to. to check that. Oh god, but here we go. We're getting into potentially the final game of the series. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Troy, we have the blue Terran player, the SE2 Terran. Anki. The SE2 Terran player representing Streamer Zone down in the series. I'm hoping he can bounce back. I'm hoping for an extended series, but the pressure is on. One more loss, and he is out of the tournament. It is a QuanTa. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Brood War Terran player, the Teal Terran from Lena, Poland, representing himself, currently teamless, but 1 game away from advancing onto the semifinals. It is Spirit. And I do agree here. I see Centrikid in the chat. QuanTa's been playing super well both games or from behind. Hopefully this opener works out better. I agree. Like, QuanTa has been playing from behind both games. Game 1, if you remember, it was 2-port BC, which fell on its face. Game 2, Spirit went fast 3cc and wasn't punished for it. If you remember, he wasn't punished. QuanTa opened up 3 racks with Stim, and he did not do enough damage at the natural. If you remember, we saw Spirit defend barely with the bare minimum with 2 tanks, and that's the moment where QuanTa fell behind. So I do agree there that QuanTa has just been having really rough early games here. Really rough early games against Spirit. He does go for the cross scout, scouting horizontally. Likewise, Spirit has yet to scout himself. As we are loading into Troy. Now, for those that are curious, welcome to a 4-player spawn map. You can spawn top left, bottom right, or top right, which is why QuanTa is looking for his opponent, and he has yet to find it. This is something that doesn't exist in SE2 anymore, unfortunately. Here in StarCraft Evolution, we do embrace 4-player spawn maps and 3-player spawn maps. In SE2, it doesn't happen anymore. Only 2-player spawn maps are available currently in today's meta, which is a bit of a shame. Is a bit of a shame here. As QuanTa, it's going to be a late scout. He checks bottom left, and he will finally realize where his opponent is. Back at home, Spirit is going to be opening up with a Rax Expand into Factory. Oh boy. Oh wait, it might have even been CC first. My apologies. I think it was CC first here out of Spirit. Now getting into double Factory. It's going to be mech. It's going to be mech. This I don't think we should be doing. Does Spirit know what he's doing? Has Spirit played on Troy before? Another big factor here for Troy is we have assimilators, and once they get knocked down, they turn into indestructible rocks, and Spirit's gonna be walling himself in. Okay. Like, does he know what he's doing? Like, I don't know if Spirit's played on Troy before. Like, in his mind, he has to be careful. Like, this does not open up the ramp. This does not open up this area. It makes it worse. So be careful. Be careful. Don't destroy these simulators. Aye. But for those that are curious, once they get destroyed, they turn into rocks that cannot be targeted. So it is a way to fully wall this area off. And we have seen players, specifically Killian, go in the mid game for like mass drop play and snipe these assimilators and just wall off like his Terran and Zerg opponents from their own main and just pop off. It's crazy. So calm down, Spirit, calm down. Behind this is going to be Bio. So QuanTa is going to be embracing Bio play. Stim is on the way. So Bio versus Mech. Here we go. So Fractal and I are hugging the... It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, Poppy, it's okay. Enjoy your motorbikes. I wasn't quite able to catch up with what was happening in the chat. Enjoy. As we do have Spirit going for a faster third CC here, so double factory into third CC. QuanTa still focusing on his bio production, no third command center in sight yet. Also important to point out as well, when it comes to the expansions on Troy, we do have this island base that you can expand to, so a very safe third available for Terran, as they can just float their CCs over. Likewise, when it comes to the other bases on the map, there are also more of these assimilators. So once again, these are very contentious kind of positions here, where drop play or harassment, if they bring this down, they can just lock down the expansion itself. So there's a lot of kind of points here or areas that you do have to control to maintain your economy. Meanwhile, we do have Spirit laying down all of his spider mines. Again, opening up Vulture into Goliath. We have seen Spirit be quite fond of Goliaths. I'm not too fond of it myself. We've seen some very Goliath heavy play here at a Spirit, much to his dismay and much to his opponent's success when it comes to engagements. I should emphasize. But is getting into some safety Goliaths early on, which is fine. This will help defend against drop play, against Raven openers, against drops themselves. So Goliaths, they have their place here early on. As we see QuanTa, he's building up, waiting for his medevacs. This is a very committed build, by the way. 3 racks, stim, into a move out, into a push. This can hit quite hard, as long as QuanTa doesn't run into these spider mines, though. Oh boy. As the mines are set. Okay, for now, just moving out with drop play. Okay, fair enough. Meanwhile, Spirit is just turtling up, throwing down turrets. Turrets are at the natural. Likewise, turrets at the third. So very defensive play here by Spirit, turtling up as hard as he can, and getting away with a better economy. So far so good for Spirit. He's getting away with greed and defensive play. Drops they come into the main. They do come in. But the army does respond in time. Tank does siege. Better trade here for QuanTa, though. He does stim in. Takes down the Goliath. Gets on top of the tank. Tank goes down as well. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of control. Getting 4 CVs, but it looks like he will be forced to lift. Whew. Forced to pick up. He does get eyes on the third. Now he knows that he is behind in the economy. Will be able to drop off, though. The counter drop play from Spirit. He shuts down the first medevac. Ooh, at least he tries to. Does get away. Spirit defends at the cost of 5 SCVs, a tank, and a couple of factory-based units. 2 Goliaths and 2 Vultures. So, honestly, pretty good trade here from QuanTa. Was a good trade. But I'm sure he was hoping for more damage. As a bio player, to be behind in the economy is brutal. Oh my god. It's quite brutal. QuanTa stimming in. Oh, he runs into the tanks, though. They were barely out of vision of the scan. He goes for the tanks. Yo, the Goliaths are out of position. Where's the rest of the army? The guys are still on the low ground. 2 tanks go down. The boys are being pulled. And Spirit, he's out of position completely. Will defend, but he lost 2 tanks in the process. 2 tanks and 6 SCVs. Better trade for QuanTa. Drop into the main. Getting more workers. Nothing major, but some nice chip damage over time. So QuanTa's keeping up. Taking his third. Getting to his third expansion. Dropping off the SCVs. Here we go. We are entering the mid game here. 3 base versus 3 base. QuanTa getting his 4th on location. Moving out with his Marine Marauder. That's a lot of spot. Oh no! Oh my god. Jesus. No connections yet with the Spider Mines. Does get ahead of time, thankfully. And QuanTa with this bio army, he can now trade the vultures. We need tanks. Did we not rebuild the tank? Uh-oh. Spirit, he has no tanks. But the Spider Mine does connect. Dropping into the third, going for the final tank. And the tank will go down. There's the tank of the high ground. Once again, it gets targeted as well. Going for the mineral line. Vultures, they will respond. But it's still going to be an awkward engagement here for Spirit. Yeah, the boys have to be pulled. Drop does get away. Another drop towards the natural. Once again, no tanks in position, but there are turrets. True. Are turrets ready for this? QuanTa pulls away. Again, it's a very interesting dynamic where it's just Spirit defending. it's just Spirit turtling up and trying to hold on and trying to defend. Trying to keep up with the drops. And so far, QuanTa has done some damage. He has yet to break Spirit. Drop gets away. Fourth base on location here for QuanTa. Has to be very careful with that rally. Very careful. Oh my god. Again, as you can see, for those that are curious, the attack range of the Spider-Man is actually very short. Very short. So you have to be on top of the Spider-Man, basically, for them to go up. As we do get a triple drop into the main, going for the production. Once again, Spirit having just a really awkward moment or awkward time engaging with the army and responding with his forces. Takes down some of the Goliaths, trades with the vultures, tries to get out, but the Racer here! And nice target fire, he gets one full medevac. Very nice punish here from the Wraiths. Oh my god, their anti-air attack is insane! Almost gets the medevac. Almost does get the medevac. Spirit expanding towards his opponent. If QuanTa was aware, he could deny this, but he has yet to scout that expansion location yet. Yet to confirm. He's moving out. Oh! Oh my god. As he's touching tips with the mines, they don't go off, they don't get triggered. As QuanTa is setting up, his goal here is to contain his opponent. You can see QuanTa is looking for ninja bases. Scouts top left and bottom right, actually taking his own ninja bases, I should emphasize. But again, he has no idea about the fourth base of Spirit. He scans. There we go, he does scan. Now he knows. Does attempt to drop. Spirit is breaking out, takes out the tank. Tank does fall. Okay, he does deny the CC. Oh my god, Spider-Man goes up. Yeah, massive damage to those Marauders. They're deep in the red. They do survive at least. Fourth base is denied. And the win condition for QuanTa should just be deny the fourth. Deny the fourth over and over again and contain Spirit. But Spirit, he's breaking out. The Goliaths overextend. Against Spirit, he cannot fight out of range of his tanks. That's the main DPS of his army. As you can see, Spirit fighting for that fourth. QuanTa trying to set up a concave. Going for a Doom Drop even. Oh my god. Going for the tanks. He's crazy. He dives on top of the tanks instead. The Goliath's out of position. Tanks are going to go down. But it's going to cost him everything. Oh my god, that was not worth it. That was not worth it. The tanks live. They barely survive, and QuanTa threw everything away. That was the entire army, and now we can just unsiege and send it here and now. Now is the time to attack. It was a bold move there by QuanTa, but alas, the splash damage was not enough. He lost everything. And now Spirit can push in. He breaks out, is pushing towards the natural, towards the fourth even. And he's going for the fourth base instead. And now Spirit has gained map control. For the first time this game, he has map control. The boys are being pulled into tank fire though. You see QuanTa trying to knock down the assimilators. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. The assimilators, they survive. And that's going to be 21 SCVs. Oh my god, heavily oversaturated. 21 SCVs going down. QuanTa trying to break out. But it's becoming too much here. It's becoming far too much. Drop towards the fourth. Oof. QuanTa losing a medevac. And he's running out of steam. He's running out of units. The marauders are cleaned up. Spirit is holding. A little bit unnecessary, but sure, we get the irradiate. Radiate goes off. Oh my god, his irradiates are insane! They go up here on a QuanTa. He has to pull back, he has to retreat, and Spirit is snowballing out of control, pushing up the ramp. There's not much to stop him. A handful of Marines, a handful of Marauders, no tanks. The bunker goes down, and GG gets caught. Spirit, he does it. He will take the series 3-0, advancing on to the semi-finals. GG. GG, well played, Spirit. He will take the series in the end. I was hoping for a back and forth. I was hoping for a game 4 or a game 5, but alas, we are denied it. Spirit looking very strong here, and QuanTa being a little bit too cheeky. We mentioned it, but in game 1, he opened up 2-port BC. Game 2, it was a little bit different. QuanTa, if you recall, he wasn't quite able to punish the greedy opener out of Spirit. If you remember, QuanTa went 2 racks into a stim timing with an early push, didn't do enough damage. Here in game 3, similar. QuanTa opened up 3 racks. 3 racks stim here. QuanTa went for a very buy-heavy start, went for some aggression, and Spirit, he just embraced his turtle nature. You know, he turtled up, he got into his shell very early on. Tank production, turret production as well. He was just turtling up on 3 bases, and he was just waiting for his opponent to take a bad fight, and eventually QuanTa did. Eventually QuanTa did take a bad fight. We saw him just struggle to really engage with the mass tank production of Spirit, and eventually Spirit snowballed out of control. GG. GG, well played. Spirit will advance on, and let's catch up on the group, because, or I say the group, on the playoffs, as that was our final series of the night. And congratulations to Spirit. My condolences to QuanTa. I was expecting a longer series, and I was even favoring QuanTa coming into this, but alas, Spirit was just a little bit too much. It proved too much of a challenge here for QuanTa. And let's switch our scenes over and have a look at the bracket itself. Let's go from the top. If you missed out on some of these series, I recommend the VODs. A lot of these matches were amazing. They were beautiful. Just some really interesting interactions between the different races, especially the first series. Shin versus Dark was a banger. Mate, we saw Guardian versus Hydra Lurker Viper. How often do you see that? Like that, we had some crazy ZVZs between Shin and Dark. I do recommend the VODs. Seeing like late game Brood War Zerg against like kind of like pseudo late game SE2 Zerg as well. Dark did come out on top. Dark was the victor, followed by Classic versus 3-Point. That was a very short series, to be honest. A very short series. Kind of in a sense, it did go to the ace match, but that was a lot of cheese. A lot of all-ins between 3-Point and Classic, mainly from the side of 3-Point, but regardless, a very fun PvZ. Regardless, Classic barely gets the win, does advance on over 3-Point. Scrolling down, we had QEN versus Euthermal. Once again, Euthermal had a very specialized build. We saw 2-racks Marine with Stim very often out of Euthermal. We saw a lot of aggression, a lot of all-in play, a lot of aggressive play from Euthermal. And he had success early on. I believe it was a 2-0 lead from Euthermal, and then QEN adapted. He adapted over the course of the series. He was able to stabilize, able to be more defensive early on, and able to get the win over Euthermal in some of these longer macro games. So QEN, he was able to stabilize, able to take the win, and of course we just had Spirit versus QuanTa, also a very dynamic series and very unique as well, with some unique builds and interesting kind of army interactions as well. But in the end, Spirit did take it, and we have our top 4. 2 Terrans, 1 Protoss, and 1 Zerg. Balanced, as all things should be. Now, this does mean we have 1 Terran confirmed for the finals. Whether it's QEN or Spirit, yet to be determined, as they are going to be facing off in a best of 7. As a reminder, the semifinals are going to be a best of 7. The grand finals will be a best of 7 as well. So, oh boy, we have some very, very long series up ahead of us here later on tonight. later tonight. So likewise, best of 7 between Community and Spirit, best of 7 between Dark and Classic. For those that are curious, that is going to be the conclusion of today's broadcast. The semifinals are going to be held tomorrow or later tonight, depending on where you are in the world. We are going to be live in less than 24 hours, or I should say in around 20 hours time. In around 20 hours, we're going to be live here on this channel covering the semifinals and the grand finals thereafter. Tomorrow, we're going to be crowning our StarCraft Evolution 4 Championship champion. We're going to be crowning our champion tomorrow in 20 hours time. So if you enjoy the broadcast, if you want some more StarCraft Evolution content, we got you covered tomorrow at this very hour. Again, in 20 hours, because we went live 4 hours ago, so in around 20 hours time, the same time that we went live today, tomorrow we're going to be going live as well. That is the plan. Hi, oh my god. Just catching up. Thank you, love your casting community interaction, Pappy. Thank you for dropping by once again, Grave Dactyl. Thank you. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. Excited to see Dark versus Classic. I'm excited as well. I'm sure it's going to be a banger of a series. Part of me, I'm a little bit concerned about Dark versus Classic because part of me feels like it's going to be a short series. Like, Dark is an animal. Like, Dark, he's a very aggressive player, so it might be a bit of a shorter series. It might go the distance, but like lengthwise, I mean. There might be some shorter games there. We'll see. We shall see. But once again, if you want to help support Piotr, yeah, Piotr did it. He did it, Pat. He did it. But once again, if you want to help support this this mod, StarCraft Evolution, you can do so with a command in the chat, !SCEVO in the chat. We'll give you a link to the Patreon. It'll give you a link to the Patreon page here for Team Cthulhu, SC2, so they got you covered there. Again, they put in so much work into creating this mod and supporting the mod. Again, this mod is updated and patched relatively frequently, more frequently than SC2. Smudge. But that is a fact. It does get updated more frequently with new maps and with new balance patches as well. So you can support it via Patreon if you enjoy it. Otherwise, hope you enjoyed the casting. Hope you did enjoy the casting here. Again, we're going to be going live in how many hours time? 5 hours. Jesus. If you want some more content, we're live in 5 hours, not with StarCraft Evolution, but with StarCraft 2. We're going to be going live with Sparkling Tuna Cup. That is our weekly open tournament in StarCraft 2. And then after that, in 20 hours time, we're live with SEL with StarCraft Evolution. So again, we're going to be quite busy here for the next 2 months. We have like 2 tournaments a day. 2 tournaments a day, every single day. A lot of content here on the CranKy Ducklings, whether it's StarCraft Evolution, whether it's StarCraft 2. We are the most active StarCraft 2 channel out there, so we got plenty of content for you, plenty of casting, plenty of StarCraft. So again, I'm going to go get some food. I'm going to go rest for 5 hours. I might nap a little bit. We'll see, because we have another cast. And then we'll sleep, and then we'll wake up, and then we'll cast again. All the casting, pappy, all the casting. We got you covered. Again, if you want to help support us, you can do so via following us on all the social medias. Bam. We got you covered. 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours. Who needs sleep? Oh, no. Oh, my God. There are 30-year-old games that get patched more than SC2. You're not wrong, Steel Mold. You're not wrong. But you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. All things CranKy Ducklings. We have Mastodon. We have Blue Sky as well. Again, we do upload VODs to YouTube immediately. Or I should say, we stream on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time. So again, if you want some of that YouTube action, or if you want some of that VOD content, then we have you covered over on YouTube. Fun fact, this is new for today, actually. We are not just live on Twitch and YouTube, we are also live on Facebook, we're live on Kick, and we are also live on Chijik as well. So if you want, you can watch us on any of those platforms. The reason for that, there was to stream on YouTube, we use a different service. We use Restream. But there was a Black Friday sale, and by using this service, we can actually stream to even more platforms. So we're like, you know what? We use Facebook already. You know, we use all these other platforms anyway. So may as well. So we are live on 5 different platforms at the same time. That is our limit. That's all we got. So we're live on Chijik, on Twitch, on YouTube, on Kick, and on Facebook as well. All the platforms, Pappy, all the platforms. We just had to very quickly make sure that everything was not catching fire. It looks good. TikTok streams when? Fun fact: we do have a TikTok account, and we have streamed on TikTok, but there are limitations, unfortunately. For those that are curious, to stream on TikTok, we cannot stream on TikTok until we get 1,000 followers. So, yeah, there we go. Or we can't restream, I should say, on TikTok until we get 1,000 followers. So, yeah. So no restreaming on TikTok. Otherwise, we would for sure. Fun fact: we've actually been rebroadcasted on TikTok before. I think Nish, the StarCraft observer, he's like he's restreamed to us on TikTok before, and he says we get a lot of viewership. He gets like we get like 200-300 viewers on TikTok, which is really cool. You know, we're catering to the Zoomers on TikTok, but we can't stream ourselves. We don't have the following for it. Maybe one day though. Maybe one day. The TikTok streams. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. TikTok has insane discoverability and viewership potential. I agree. I do agree. It's just we can't stream on TikTok. Like, I would if I could. Basically, they do incentivize like creating content on TikTok first before streaming, which is why they want you to have 1,000 followers first. So, and the problem is that we don't really have much like clip content. So we have to build up the TikTok account first before streaming on it. So we'll do our best. We'll try our best to build up the tics that talk, and we'll keep up with the kids. We'll do our best. Yeah. We gotta make exactly. Gotta make shorts and stuff. Yeah. It's more work, but I just want to cast. It's more work, papi. It's more work. We'll try. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Again, we're going to be live in 5 hours of Sparkling Tuna Cup. We're going to be live in 20 hours with SEL. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Until then, stick around. We're going to be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Technically, I could go live right now. I'm tempted to ladder. But after all that casting, I need a break. I'm going to go lie down. And I'm going to go get some food. So, take care, everyone. Who is live at the moment? Who can we raid? Yo, Practice X is streaming. Let's go. Practice X. Who else? Oh, wait, Sammy? Sammy is live. Cosmic Consciousness as well. I mean, I think we raided Samuel yesterday. We'll give it to Practice X. We haven't raided him in a while. I think he's playing SE2. But with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys when we see you. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.